Have you ever felt like something's off when it comes to money in your relationship? Maybe your partner avoids talking about bills, overspends on things you don't need, or acts defensive whenever you bring up finances. At first, it might seem harmless, but those little habits could actually be early warning signs of financial irresponsibility. And the truth is, money problems don't just hurt your wallet. They destroy trust, create resentment, and can even end relationships that otherwise had everything. So in this video, we're breaking down the 7 early warning signs your partner might be financially irresponsible and what you can do about it. Let's start with one of the biggest red flags: avoidance. If every time you bring up finances, your partner says things like, "Let's talk later," or "You worry too much," that's not a coincidence. Financially responsible people are open about money. Irresponsible ones avoid the topic entirely, usually because they feel guilty, scared, or unprepared. Avoiding money talk often means one of 3 things. They don't know how to manage money, they're hiding something, like debt or poor decisions, or they just don't want to be held accountable. In a healthy relationship, talking about money should feel normal, not awkward or tense. Try creating a simple money date once a month. Sit together, review bills, talk about goals, and check in on your progress. It's about teamwork, not blame. But if your partner constantly shuts down those conversations, that's not communication, that's avoidance. You've seen this before: someone who's always broke but somehow always spending. Maybe they buy the latest phone, wear designer clothes, or take trips they can't afford. It might look glamorous online, but behind the scenes, it's often fueled by credit cards, loans, and financial stress. If your partner's lifestyle doesn't match their income, it's not ambition, it's denial. Here's a simple test. If your partner lost their job today, could they survive 1 month without outside help? If the answer is no, that's a problem. Living beyond your means isn't confidence, it's pretending. And when reality hits, it leads to debt, stress, and endless fights about money. This one is serious, and sadly, more common than most people think. When someone hides debt, loans, or credit cards, it's not just financial dishonesty, it's emotional dishonesty. You can't build trust with someone who lies about their financial situation. Hidden debts can destroy credit scores, cause huge emotional stress, and even ruin big life plans, like buying a home together. If you discover hidden debt, don't explode. Take a breath, stay calm, and have a real conversation. Ask why they hid it and whether they're willing to fix it. If they take responsibility and want to change, that's progress. But if they keep lying or blame you, that's not love, that's manipulation. We all know someone who says, "You only live once," right before spending their entire paycheck. It sounds fun, but in reality, it's a disaster waiting to happen. If your partner has no savings, no backup plan, and no interest in building one, it's a sign of carelessness. Life throws curveballs: job loss, car repairs, medical bills. Without savings, both of you are one emergency away from chaos. Responsible people plan ahead, irresponsible people just hope for the best. Does your partner buy things they don't need, just because they feel like it? Maybe it's clothes, gadgets, subscriptions, or random online orders. Impulse spending might look harmless, but it's actually a major financial red flag. It's emotional spending, trying to buy happiness or fill a void. And that quick fix feeling fades fast, leaving only guilt and an empty wallet. Track your shared expenses for 1 month. You'll be surprised how much disappears into little impulse buys. The key is not to judge, it's to make them aware. But if they refuse to admit it or accuse you of being controlling, that's another red flag. This one's tricky, but powerful. If your partner always blames you for money issues, saying things like, "You spend too much," or "You're too strict," or "You don't understand how stressful this is," that's not communication, that's avoidance. Financially responsible people own their mistakes. Irresponsible people deflect. They create drama to avoid accountability. Money fights are rarely about numbers, they're about values. If your partner refuses to compromise or always makes you feel guilty for wanting stability, it's time to pay attention. Healthy couples share responsibility. Toxic ones play the blame game. This one can be dangerous. If your partner insists on controlling all the money, limits your access, or guilt trips you for spending, that's not protection. That's control. It often starts small, "Don't worry, I'll handle the finances." But over time, it becomes restriction, watching your expenses, criticizing your purchases, or keeping you financially dependent. That's not partnership. That's financial manipulation. Money and love should never be tools of control. True partnership means transparency, trust, and shared decision-making. Now, if you recognized some of these signs, don't panic. Awareness is the first step toward change. Here's what you can do. Talk openly. Have calm, honest conversations. No yelling, no blame. Set shared goals. Even something small like, "Let's save $200 this month," builds teamwork. Track your spending together. Use apps like Mint, YNAB, or even a shared spreadsheet. Learn together. Watch financial videos or read money books as a couple. Get help if needed. A financial counselor or therapist can help you rebuild healthy habits. But if your partner keeps lying, manipulating, or refusing to change, protect yourself. You can't build a future with someone who keeps breaking your foundation. Money doesn't ruin relationships, secrecy does. The strongest couples aren't always rich, they're just honest. Financial compatibility isn't about how much you earn, it's about how you think, plan, and grow together. So if you want a love that lasts, start with financial honesty today. Because being financially aware isn't just smart, it's self-respect, it's love, and it's peace of mind. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Remember, financial red flags don't mean it's over, but ignoring them might make it too late to fix.